All right, so it's been a while since I've been on. Guess a lot of things has been going on in the world. It's I haven't been able to comment on a lot of things. I've just been going through a lot at the moment, but I haven't been on in a while, and so I figured I'd get on, shoot a couple. I'll post it, and it'll get views. It won't. I don't care. It's been a while since I've done this, and I need to get back in it. I mean, I got all this equipment that I love to fuck around with, and I bought it simply because I got the chair. The chair was a weird thing. I used this old broken ass stool for the longest time. Yeah, I was at like Walmart and I saw these chairs there and I'm like, fuck, dude, I want one of those chairs. So I bought one and I'm like, ooh, it's comfortable. And it's a gamer chair, but I game, And I was watching like Tim Pool or something like that. And, I'm watching all the different, podcasts and everything. And everybody's got the chair, and I'm like, oh man, now all I need is the microphone, like a microphone and the boom. That's what I got. And so like, I was like shopping at Target one day, and I was like going through the electronics aisles, and I looked down, I'm like, oh, a fucking microphone right there, and a boom right there. Oh, what the hell? Might as well. And so I bought the fucking thing. And I was like, that's cool. But then you open it up and like you don't know anything about the shit at all. And so I'm like, oh god damn it. And so then now I had to like get a audio interface for the mic and all that kind of shit. And I started off I first started off I bought one of them cheap like ones that fucking to get on the internet. I like the only no instructions. Well, other than how to plug it up to your fucking shit, but like no instructions on the dialing or tuning or anything like that. And so I was like, yeah, I used that. I got somewhat handled it, but like you go to YouTube channels, and there was only like 4 YouTube channels on how to use this thing, and they're all in Chinese. So I had to hit like translate. It just wasn't a good fucking thing, and my audio was always screwed up, and couldn't always control my audio. Now my audio is great, and I can rock this shit, and I got fucking side buttons that I can program. It's all easy. But that was like after like, experimenting and shit, you get a, cheap ass fucking $40 webcam. And then one day you're sitting there and you're like, oh fuck man, I can get that fucking camcorder and use that. And so everything, sprung from there. And I got all this shit and I love doing my last beer, for the night, last beer. But also, I slowed down on my drinking a lot. When I was doing the last beers, I was drinking way too much, and by that time, I was usually trashed. Now I don't drink that much. I probably it's still a lot, but maybe 3 or 4 beers a night. I got to the point. What I did was I stopped drinking for like a couple weeks. I think I did 10 days just to see if I can. And yeah, it was no problem. And so, but it really took me back from my drinking. And so now, sometimes I drink 2, 3 beers a night. Sometimes I'll drink 6. Sometimes I'll have friends over and we'll drink a lot. But as far as me myself drinking, I slowed down a lot in my case, and I'd like to probably get it a little bit more down. Don't need. I love beer. I'm a beer drinker. I drink water, Coke, and beer. Water's dehydrated, Coke when I need sugar and stuff, and beer at night when you want to go to bed or what have you, or just unwind, relax. If I go to a bar, I'm not really into the shots, but I can take shots, but I would just rather just drink beer and hang out. But anyways, so I haven't been doing my podcast. I haven't been doing this in a long time, and I figure I'd just do one, just kind of loosen up, shoot the shit. I really don't know what to do it other than on current events that I would find. Because like everybody's got their, they got their Drudge Report. They're going to go for their New York Times or their fucking Sun articles or what have you. I like to just go to InfoWars and Revolver and Breitbart or what have you. And then like X, at the Twitterverse. Because there's a lot of good news on that and you jump around a lot. But a lot of the times, shit's untrue, and then people go ahead and they go, "Hey, Grok, is this true?" And then Grok or whatever the fuck his name is Fucks it up all the time. All the time. So, I don't know. But yeah, haven't done this in a while. So, last beer for the night. I was like just going through YouTube and I was watching the Y-Files. I love the fucking Y-Files. The fish is hilarious. I know the guy probably, doesn't like the fish or whatever because he's like on Joe Rogan. He's like, you don't need to mention Hecklefish. But Hecklefish is fucking funny. I remember when I first saw it, like this is my third beer for the night, and I'm getting ready to go to bed after this is done. So, but yeah, so I'm doing good. Hecklefish is funny. I love Hecklefish. I can see why the Adam guy, what the hell's his name? AJ? Let me see here. Let me what is his name? Probably doesn't say anything. Oh, yeah. AJ Gentile. He is a Gentile. I'm going to screw my stuff up. Let me go to my scene here real quick and see what's going on with my... Okay, I still look good. All right, back to life. All right, just wanted to make sure. Because I was... if I screw with that, I could screw up my whole crap, that I'm trying to do. Happens all the time. Anyways, the whole Epstein thing, wild. My view on the Epstein, because I'm trying to catch up, and I know I haven't been on such a long time. Even if I want to comment on the Epstein thing, I'm still talking. I haven't been on it such a long time that's old news by these days, and so probably nobody wants to care about that. But I think Pam Bondi should resign. Cash Pam and fucking Bongino, they better get some wins here. I think it risks the midterms for Trump, and it really pisses me off. They did. I get it. Everybody kind of campaigning on, we're going to release the Epstein files, and I get it. Maybe there's a whole host shit, or maybe there's a fucking bribery racket. We all knew that he worked for intelligence. That's fucking old news. Everybody said it. Even John McCain's wife said it, which was kind of weird. I had to pull that up, but maybe not. But I think Bondi and Bongino and Patel should have resigned when they started, because it wasn't just the whole Epstein didn't kill himself thing, but they also said that the Butler shooter acted alone. And everybody just knows that that stinks to high heaven. That guy did not work alone. There was, he had all kinds of phones with different kinds of, encrypted phone numbers. There was a guy from the same building as an FBI field office that, his phone had gone to numerous times. Bullshit like that. And so when it wasn't just the Epstein shit for me, but it was the whole, the Butler guy acted alone. It was such a dump in our face. And I get it. It probably came all the way up from the top. But you know what? They could have handled it a lot better. The PR was horrific. And you know what? They should have kept their fucking mouth shut. They should have went after everybody else, kept their fucking mouth shut until after the midterms. And then go, oh, by the way, and you got nothing more. It lasts 4 years. Why do it in the first year? And everybody's like, oh, yeah, Trump's in it and whatever. Yeah, dude, fucking Trump was the only one that helped out the fucking people to arrest Jeffrey Epstein. Bill Barr, though, that cocksucker, he is, I guess his dad was attached to Epstein, his connection to getting into MIT or something like that. I remember seeing. That cocksucker. Now it's come out and, to Project Veritas from a whistleblower that he was involved in the whole Fannie Willis, Letitia James prosecution. And, that was one of my problems with Trump in the first administration is, he never went after any of these cocksuckers. And Jeff Sessions, yeah, I get it. I remember Tucker defending Jeff Sessions. Like, he was like, oh, he's like the only one that was loyal to you. Why attack him while he was Attorney General? And I was like, because he's not doing anything. Clapper had like lied to Congress in his statute of limitation for spying on us, Americans, for violating our fucking rights. This cocksucker lied to Congress. And then I think the whole Snowden thing fucking pretty much showed out what was going on. And his statute of limitations to be charged for that ran out in Trump's term when Jeff Sessions was Attorney General. I was fucking pissed. It was like, no, these motherfuckers break the law. And they get let off every single time. This is back, fucking in 2016. It's always been like this. But it was like we finally had somebody. And I was fucking pissed because he put Jeff Sessions in. And Sessions wouldn't do shit. And it's like, dude, no. When we break the law, we get punished really badly. Severely. When they break the law, nothing happens. And they fucking, to this day, Clapper, Brennan, all those motherfuckers are still walking all over Trump. But now, supposedly, they got these indictments coming on. And so, it's hard for me to trust Patel, Bondi, or Bongino because how they handled the Epstein thing, one, and the lying to us about the Butler thing. We all know people are coming after Trump, and just say who it is so we know the truth. All of a sudden, if some fucking person offs Trump, you expect us to believe it's going to be the Russians? You expect us to believe it's not going to be the FBI or the CIA or the NSA or the fucking NATO or the KGB? How the fuck are we going to know? Because you're not being honest with us about this shit. When that was one of the reasons why we elected Trump. And you guys really fucked up the messaging on that. I can't reiterate that so many times. It's just like, fuck you. Hey, fuck you. I don't know. So that was really trippy, but I want those guys, they should have been fired. So if they're still here, fine. You better get some fucking wins is all I'm saying. We're waiting for wins. I don't care about all, I do care about, you're arresting all these pedophiles and you're getting all these illegals out, and that's great. But we want people held accountable, and if you're going to go after Adam Schiff and all that shit, it smells good right now. Smells good right now. But you guys better produce results before the midterms. If these motherfuckers are not in jail before the midterms, you guys got problems. Trump's got problems. Because there's a lot of people on X that do nothing but fucking go after each other. It's unbelievable. It's like we're all supposed to be on the same team. They went after the Hodge twins. The whole Israeli things. Now, I've got friends that are Israeli. And so I'm not going to get into this because I'm an American. They can handle themselves. I don't think we should fund them. I think they can handle themselves. Ben Shapiro even once said, hey, we don't need your help. We can take care of ourselves. Well, they can take care of themselves. Trust me, they're very resourceful people. And if they need help, every now and then, I don't see a problem with helping them, but to the tune of fucking what's going on every year and this whole thing with AIPAC. This Israeli aid, that are lobbyists that are in everybody's, congressional office, that's a little worrying and it's a little creepy at the same time. So they should be, from what I gather, they don't have to register as foreign agents for, to solicit our congressmen. They should. Everybody else has to. No cutouts. And if Israel needs help, I have no problem with helping them. But no cutouts. They should, no. We have to worry about America right now. And they're going after Marjorie Taylor Greene. That chick's awesome. And what the fuck happened to Mark Levin? That piece of shit. I mean, the more and more this guy fucking writes his mind on the X, the Twitter, holy fuck, that guy's just deranged. Now, and you can almost hear his voice as you read his shit. But I went to like one recent post, and it was I forgot what the fuck. He was attacking Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hold on. Let me pull it up for you, as a matter of fact. That's what I wanted to do this for. All right, scene 1. All right, so this is my Twitter thing. Fucking, let's go to notices. Yeah, notices. Matt Gaetz. No. Sorry. What the hell am I doing? Notifications. Matt Gaetz. No, too far. I'm not good at this. But, supplements. What the fuck is that guy? Oh, well, what the hell? Maybe it was, Well, anyways, it was Mark Levin fucking attacking Marjorie Taylor Greene. And it was weird. And it's like, bro, you hated Trump. When Trump first came out, you're not like a MAGA original. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a MAGA original. You can't attack her. She's fucking OG. And she's having problems because she is 100% America first. I like her. Everybody likes her. And he's like attacking her, calling her an anti-Semite and all this other fucking bullshit. And when people are calling him out in the comments section, he's like, you're a moron. You're a bigot. You're a pig. Are you an Islamist? And it was just like, bro, if you're going to try to debate somebody, if you're going to try to like make your idea heard, you lose the debate the moment you start using slander. Just debate your idea, bro. Tell people what you think. And if they don't get it, don't just attack them. And when people are calling you out on it, don't just attack them back, because they're looking to debate you as well. I'm sorry, it's the Twitterverse. You got anybody that's going to fucking come across that thing and they're going to interject things. Either debate your stance or don't say nothing at all. Because now you look like a fucking dirtbag. You in my eyes, you're a fucking dirtbag. I don't care how pro-America you fucking sound or seem. The fact that you went after Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's fucked up. And then what's with this fucking Laura Loomer bitch? I liked Laura Loomer back in the day. You know, she called out the fucking Shakespeare in the Park because they were like doing a mock kill of Donald Trump and all that shit. And she's like, serious, you know, I'm for Trump. I get that. But you're just attacking everybody. Are you to be the only fucking person in MAGA that really, really matters? I mean, it's like fucking crazy. That bitch is going after everybody. She's going after Marjorie Taylor Greene as well. Fucking, who else did she go after? Fuck, I bet you I could probably go into her fucking thing and look. But like you read the things, and she's just, all she does is spend her time attacking. And she does good things at the same time. I mean, she can expose people in the administration of who they are, because she's like a fucking crazy woman that will look into that shit and see who these people are, and she exposes them. And when they get fired, fucking great. When they get kicked out, great. But then she goes after her own, and it's like, all right, you can do your high school shit to the government, but why do it to the other people? You're not going to like change people's position on Marjorie Taylor Greene. The whole Israeli, and that's another thing, is MAGA is such a big tent that anybody can say they're MAGA. We don't care if we don't care if you're gay. We don't care if you're black, white, what have you. MAGA is a huge tent. We want Democrats to come in and make America great again. That was the whole thing. That's how Trump won. He's like, we're a big tent. And the Democrats are like, no, we only want fucking lesbian, trans, fucking beta male hookers, and fucking communists. And so everybody was like, okay, fuck you, Democrat Party. And they went for Trump. And they said, we're not Republicans, we're MAGA. So it's a big tent. And when the whole bombing of fucking Iran went, and everybody fucking blew up. Everybody blew up. Oh, he's bombing Iran. It's like, hey, he's the commander in chief. That's why we elected him. He's going to make these tough decisions for us. And we got to have faith in that. I mean, I remember when fucking he bombed the Wagner group in fucking Syria and shit. And fucking Alex Jones just lost it. And he was practically breaking down in tears. And I was thinking to myself, I love Alex Jones, by the way. But I was thinking to myself, holy fuck, dude. We all need to step back. Fucking the bombing sirens aren't going off right now. Obviously, the man knows something we don't. And we elected him. Let's have faith in him. I don't know how I got into this tangent. I love doing this shit, but I haven't been doing it in a while. Oh, yeah. Well, anyways, fuck, I doubt Laura Loomer will ever see this, but woman, you got to chill the fuck out, bro. And same thing with fucking, what Trump and Massey. I don't get that, but, Massey's got a bad record. He even said he likes AOC and they're friends and shit. And I get it. Get across the aisles and shit. But that shit is past. And Thomas Massey needs to understand that, in my opinion. He's not my thing. If they reelect him, I could care less. Maybe he would change his tune a little bit. They're communists. They tried to lock up an ex-president and they framed him for rape. So many fucking felonies and shit like that. They raided his fucking house. Unheard of shit you do to a fucking president. And they justify it all like, oh, he's a felon, he's a criminal. No, he's not. You guys literally rigged the court systems, and since you can't see that because you're blinded by some weird fucking, Donald Trump fucking derangement syndrome, you don't see that. But the rest of us see it, and we're like, well, we don't care. That's why we voted him back in. So I think Thomas Massey ought to just pick a side. These fuckers are evil, and half of them are calling for civil war, and all of them are embracing communism. That's not good. And I think the Democratic Party should be crushed to a point where there's less members in the independent party. I'm an independent. I'm not a Republican. I'm MAGA. I love fucking Trump. Been there since the beginning. And when that's why we got this. The whole war broke out between the bombing in Iran and the Epstein files. And they went after the Hodge twins, which are like, those guys are like the coolest motherfuckers ever. And it was just crazy. And it was like, why are you guys doing this? But it's probably operatives and it's probably bots. But at the same time, like I said, a lot of known people, and it's still going on to this day, they're turning on each other. And it's like, well, MAGA's a big tent. We got Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, libertarians. We don't have no communists because nobody likes communists. But so I could see where things will clash. And the thing is Donald Trump is doing a great job. Nobody can deny that. And that's why I was like, yeah, I want fucking Bondi. I want Bongino out. I want the FBI abolished. I want the ATF abolished. I want the IRS abolished. They all need to go. All these 4-letter agencies. The FBI needs to be made an example of after what they did to the American people. Scratch that. After what they've been doing to the American people for as long as I've known them. No, they need to be abolished. There might be good ones, but one bad apple spoils the bunch is what they say. And there's a lot of fucking bad apples in the FBI and the CIA and the ATF. And there's a lot of people in the judicial system that needs to be taken care of as well, because these guys, it's getting to the point where they don't want to give us no quarter. They, just because you support Trump and everything, you should fucking die as far as they're concerned, and they hate you. I don't hate them, but you know what? Maybe it's time to go tit for tat with these fuckers. And that's one of the reasons why I'm saying right now, I don't trust Bondi, Bongino, and Patel. I really hope they do the right thing and do their jobs properly from this point forward. I see they got a lot of big cases with a lot of high-profile individuals. Talk is cheap. The president has already said that he wants Obama looked at for treason. I don't know. Maybe this, might be like, this is historical when you got a president accusing another past president of treason. But now we are seeing everything unfold. And do you know who did it right so far? Tulsi Gabbard. She was a Democrat. She was one of the main figures that emerged in the, what was it? God, was it the 2016 or the 2020 race? I think it was the 2020 race when it was Kamala, Joe Biden, and everybody. Tulsi Gabbard was there on that Republican ticket or Democratic ticket, and she fucking tore Kamala a new asshole. She ended Kamala's career that night. Joe Biden revived her at the end of it, going, "Hey, you want to be my VP? That's what it says on this card." And so, but Tulsi Gabbard, the new DNI, who came over, became MAGA. And so she's doing a great job. And I think Bondi, Patel, and Bongino need to be a little bit more professional about the whole thing because they weren't professional at all about it. I think they should be fired still. I don't think they're going to do us a good job, but I hope so. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to repeat myself more and more the more I go through this shit. But yeah, there's a lot that went on, but I just wanted to do a recording and put it out because I haven't done one in a while. What do we got going on right now? Let's go here. Let's just see what the hell's going on. InfoWars. All right. A lot of indictments coming over the Russia hoax from J.D. Vance. All right. There's nothing. Bill Gates. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what's this? Spec Ops soldiers protecting Maxwell in prison. Oh my God, it's the Ryeg Nationalist. The guy has great articles, but yeah, it's going to be a short one. Special operations soldiers have been deployed to protect Ghislaine Maxwell in prison after she received a flood of death threats. Okay. Why is she receiving death threats? Well, a stupid question. But why now? I don't know. Let's, DOJ is still moving to unseal the grand jury records relating to the criminal cases against Epstein and Maxwell. I thought that the guy already said no, but you never know. They're probably appealing it and everything like that. But, yeah, that's all damage control, the Maxwell case. This is what I really like to see. Vance, a lot of indictments is coming. Let me see what this says. Oh, let's go to fucking... Bam. Let's look at it.
The indictments.
I absolutely want to see indictments, Maria. Look, of course, you've got to have the law follow the facts here. You don't just indict people to indict people. You indict people because they broke the law. But if you look at what Tulsi and Kash Patel have revealed in the last couple of weeks, I don't know how anybody can look at that and say that there wasn't aggressive violations of the law. What they basically did is they defrauded the American people in order to take Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign talking points and turn them into intelligence by defrauding the American people, defrauding the intelligence agencies, lying about what the intel said. They would take something that supported a Hillary Clinton campaign talking point, and they would overemphasize it and exaggerate it. They took anything that actually contradicted that narrative and they buried it deep, and through that, they actually laundered Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign talking points through the American intelligence services. That's a violation of the people's trust. That's a violation of what our intelligence services should be doing, and I absolutely think they broke the law, and you're going to see a lot of people get indicted for that. Here's the thing that should really bother the American people. What do you want our intelligence community to be doing? I want them to be catching bad guys. I want them to be making sure that terrorists aren't going to kill innocent American civilians. I don't want them laundering Hillary Clinton's campaign talking points into the American media and giving them this air of legitimacy. It is sick. And it's disgusting. It hurt the intelligence community, it hurt the American people, and it hurt the first Trump administration. We've got to have consequences for it, or we're just going to see the same play repeated again and after.
I want them catching bad guys too. Apparently, those are the bad guys. So they need to go. And the whole thing with Hillary Clinton is such a bitch, and she was such a fucking sore loser that to this day, Donald Trump is dealing with this. I believe all this shit. She must have fucking railed at Obama, threatened to have him fucking tied up and hung with fucking barbed wire and shot twice in the back of the head for suicide, him and Mitch. She probably killed the fucking cook, saying, you better keep this shit going on. They're probably so fucking scared of this fucking demon that they did this whole thing against Trump. And then after he got out of office, they fucking went after him more as like a revenge thing. And then Hillary comes out with but her emails fucking hat. Yeah, bitch, your fucking emails. Let's talk about your fucking emails. How many people died because of your emails? I'm pretty sure spies lost their lives because you were selling secret information while you were Secretary of State. And not only that, you fucking emailed Obama, which means you put the fucking president, even though I don't like Obama, he was the president. He was actually elected through the help of the CIA and everything, but still, he was elected. He was like legitimate. Like him and Trump, Joe Biden was not legitimate. Joe Biden was the first non-legitimate president we've ever seen. But all that shit happened because you got your fucking panties such in a bunch that you cried, pissed, and moaned, and the Democrats did everything they did because you're their little darling, Ugh. And so, yeah, conspiracy, I think, goes on still now. I bet you still now, Hillary Clinton fucking calls up Barack or calls up Clapper or Brennan or what have you and goes, this motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll see what we're going to do. That, conspiracy, there's no limitations on it. And treason, there's no statute of limitations on that shit either. And so, and if Patel, Bondi, and all them, they go after the low-hanging fruit, some of these motherfuckers need to be executed. I'm just going to say it. They need to be executed publicly for treason. And that will put the rest of them in line, from Republicans to Democrats. Trust me, there's Republicans that are cocksuckers as well, just like the fucking Democrats. But the Democrats have gone, phew. It's really weird because Fetterman, the one guy that beat Dr. Oz for that one Senate seat, that guy had brain surgery or he had a fucking stroke or something. He was recovering. And he's the only one that's level-headed. He's still a Democrat, but he's level-headed. There was another guy back in the 2016 campaign. You had Bernie, you had Hillary, and you had another guy. His name was David Webb or something like that. But the three of them were running against each other for the Democrat nomination for president, and that's when they screwed Bernie. But they kicked David Webb out because, they were talking about gun control and gun confiscation and that shit. And David Webb's like, we know we got a Second Amendment. We have a right to bear arms. And the Democratic Party didn't want to hear him. And then they kicked Bernie out, and it was funny because outside they gated off the DNC, and outside there was a bunch of socialists out there with their little communist flag fucking crying because they fucking axed Bernie. And then Bernie came out and fucking choked on the fucking Democratic log as well and endorsed Hillary. He didn't care that he got fucked. And then he came back and got fucked again, and he knew it, but he got money for it. Fucking politicians, man, they raise money even when they lose. But anyways, yeah, fucking a lot of indictments coming, hopefully. That's what I want to see. I want to see these people go to jail for their egregious acts. This shit should never happen again. Even if they were to do this to a Democrat, I wouldn't care. I'm an independent. But I love Trump, and what they did to him was fucked. But, like, literally, if they did this to Bernie, I would be equally pissed. I was pissed. I was like, when they nominated Kamala to run against Trump, I was pissed for the Democrats. I'm like, wow. You guys won't even fucking hold an election to see who you guys want to run. And that's because they were scared, because so many people that were level-headed left the Democratic Party, and they were like, fucking Bernie's going to get it or something. Or worse, Pete Buttigieg. Fucking queer that can't even show up for work because he's got to chest feed his fucking baby. Motherfucker got appointed to the job. Secretary of Transportation. The whole United States shuts down with airlines and shipping fucking disasters. And he won't even fucking address it because he's on his 4-month maternal leave. Yeah, that guy's going to lead the United States. Gavin Newsom. There's shit here about Gavin Newsom, too. Or was it, I think it was, it was in the other one, huh? Let me get out of here real quick. Here we are. I was reading this earlier. Breaking, Democrats warn that Gavin Newsom will become the president and deliver payback for everything President Trump has done. I live in California. Gavin Newsom has destroyed the state. Him and Jerry Brown. When Jerry Brown was president during Trump's first term, they almost killed my sister in Paradise. They burnt fucking Paradise down with PG&E and everything like that. And yeah, probably Gavin Newsom and Jerry Brown were out there lighting matches. But they didn't clean the fucking underbrush of the forest. When you went to Paradise, there's pine needles all over the ground. And you couldn't fucking rake it because of some stupid bark beetle. And when it burned, I remember I was talking to my mom about it. She's like, I was just talking to Kendall, my sister. and she was like, yeah, I could hear propane tanks exploding in the background. And I was like, Kendall, get the fuck out of there. And so she gets on the freeway, and there's only like one going in and out. And she's heading back down to Chico, and there's like no cars on the road going up, but it was like deadlocked traffic. And she's like calling my mom, and my mom was like, just fucking get on the other side. She just drove across the fucking divider and went to safety. So, and then Trump came and told them exactly what for. Why aren't you guys clearing out the underbrush? Same thing with the Palisades fire. It's all the time here, all the time. And when they ran out of water and they burnt down all those millionaires, and then they said, oh, we'll ease up the burden and get you the certificates to get your houses rebuilt and blah, blah, blah. Well, now they're going to make it into 15-minute smart cities like everybody said they were going to do. And they were like, no, we won't do that. But now they're going to do it. What else with fucking these two idiots? Gavin Newsom. I just don't see how the guy's going to run for president of the United States. Nobody likes him. He was almost recalled. And these cocksuckers that helped him fucking survive that election, I think a little theft and stupid shit. We had a lot of, illegals voting as well. And, we had to use electronic voting machines. Had to. My county, Shasta County, actually said, no, we're not doing that. And the fucking attorney general for the state came up and said, you have to have this for like disabled people. And they go, okay, we'll have it, but we're still hand counting our votes. And it just pissed them off. Well, now hopefully the census comes and everything like that, and they get all these fucking illegal aliens out of here. And these people get voted out of office. And when they talk about, oh, Texas is gerrymandering, live in California, motherfucker. There's no reason why the coast and all that shit is all fucking Democrat, and the state always goes to Democrat. And then on election day, you see all the counties that went red for Donald Trump. Yet they call our state before our fucking vote is even over. Yeah. Fucking gerrymander my fucking balls, Gavin Newsom. And all you fucking assholes. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, Gavin Newsom becoming president. That's a fucking joke. Do you know how many people in this state will go, do not do it. Do not do it. he will burn down the country. He already burnt down California. He ruined the state. I mean, everybody thought Jerry Brown was bad. He ruined this state. It's just fucking unbelievable, the stupidity of people. Anyways, I had a good time doing this. If you guys are watching this, then thanks for watching. And y'all have a good night. And next time. Bye-bye.